Stein says Medicaid for all, and Johnson says repeal it.
Nah.
What you say fucking no to? Which one? Jill?
Medicare for all.
Why you say that?
Well, no. Okay, I had it. My bad. I was tripping. Like, who has like free healthcare? Is it Canada or is it Canada got free healthcare?
That's pretty much like Medicaid for all.
Man, I'm tripping. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
See, my thing is, what Jill Stein is saying, it goes hand in hand. If everyone is working, we can have free healthcare for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's my view of it. I mean,
it's a nice idea, but shit, it ain't gonna happen unless we all make it happen.
Y'all work together.
Yeah, literally work together.
Timon, how you feel about like healthcare, Obamacare? You say it was too high.
Well, I don't really know. I'm talking outside my neck, but I am gonna say I don't support being penalized for
not having health insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you should be penalized for it because how much
if you don't
debt
have it, somebody else gonna
gotta pay for it, man.
Yeah. If you don't have no family members, it falls back on taxes. Other people end up paying.
So if I go to the hospital, I have no health insurance whatsoever. I go to the emergency room for whatever particular reason. I don't have any health care. It's come out of y'all pockets to pay for my health care. Pretty sure y'all won't mind because I'm the homie. But at the same time, if I'm Mojo Jojo down the street, you're gonna be like, bro, no, I don't want to. He could have went to CVS and got something over the counter other than going there, and now we got to pay that bill.
Boosting that up,
yeah. So I mean, how you feel about that, bro?
Mojo Jojo, bro.
Do you oppose it? Do you support Obamacare? Do you think it should be repealed and redone a separate way, or are you saying Medicaid for all?
I'm not educated enough on it to even have a decision on it, bro. But I do. I just don't. What I said, I just don't support the fees. You know what I'm saying?
What about Carter? Repeal, continue, Medicare for all, Obamacare.
I say just, man, I don't know, man. Like I said, me personally, Medicare for all, but
it's gonna take a lot of work.
It's gonna take a lot of work to get there. Yeah. And like you said, it goes back into everybody fucking having a job.
Yeah.
Period. So that's me on that.
Rikki Tan, how you feel about that, man? Obamacare.
I support full employment. I support the Medicare for all. The Obamacare, I ain't mad at it. They just can't afford it because they wouldn't let Obama do it how he wanted
to do it.
You feel me?
So when Obamacare came across the table, it would have worked. But because everybody put their hands in it,
when it was like, we need to make money off of this. That's pretty much what happened.
That's what happened.
We really just need to make money off of this, so I can't really fuck with you on what you're trying to do for everybody. Because I make pills over here and you trying to give them away.
Yeah, you trying to give them away.
I'm trying to sell them for $15 a pop. So goddamn, Obama.
Well, yeah, you fucking us up right now.
You feel me? Like
it's all about the dollar, man.
Everything. Blue Cross Blue Shield. That's why they want you to have it. That's their money.
I'm gonna jump into a harder topic, and I'm gonna go into a less smoother topic to come across the table. Abortion, right? Trump's has opposed. Clinton has support. Jill has support. Johnson has support. Abortion. How y'all feel about abortion? This right here may get you some likes, or may get you some unfollows. So be careful what you say.
Nah, it is what it is, man. Me personally, yeah, I'm like
break it down. Pro-choice, pro-life. Break it down for me one time, Rick.
I'm pro-choice. Pro-choice is telling women that they can have the choice to have an abortion if you want to. Pro-life is saying that it's not possible at all. If you get pregnant, you having a baby.
You having a baby.
I feel you. I think under certain circumstances, abortion. If you get raped or something like that.
So you pro-choice.
Or, you know what I'm saying, if you made that decision to have abortion, like, you know what I'm saying, you knew what the fuck you was doing when you got in it. You know what I'm saying? Whether you don't have enough money to take care of the child, then you can, put your child up for adoption. You know what I'm saying? Either or, that's on you. But as far as, like, just doing it just to do it, I ain't with the shit. But, like I said, if you get raped or something like that, or... yeah, then, but just abortion just for abortion because I don't want to. You made that decision, so you gotta live with that.
We heard from Carter. We heard from Ricky. T. Mike.
I wouldn't take anybody's choice away from them. Whatever they decide.
Pro-choice. Leave it up to the person. Leave it up to whoever it is. You being the only lady in the room. Normally, it's a bunch of masculinity going on in here, but since you the only lady in the room, how you feel about it? If you want to speak on it, if you don't,
I believe it's pro-choice because. You have to deal with that on your daily life. That's something that you have to build and you have to grow and you have to make the right choices about. It's a trickling effect. But with certain Republicans or, just trying to take away abortion or saying, no abortion, it's like, how can you do that when you have boarding homes for kids or like homeless homes for kids that's they not implementing no money into, you know, they got social workers coming to the house checking on making sure you're taking care of your kids, but you know, what are they really doing to change the household? There's little kids that they checking on and the kids still end up dying. You weren't doing your job right. So it's like, you know, it's an if and it. Like you said, there needs to be more restriction on what they do. Like, you can't just give somebody $10 and expect them to go do what they supposed to do with it. You make sure, like, okay, hon, here you go, but it's boom, boom, boom on this card to where you can only do this with it, you can only do that with it, you can only do this with it. Gotcha. It's like they giving people, not saying they're giving them too much. People say, okay, you don't want too much freedom, but then it's the land of the free. True. You know, it's a balance in it, and a lot of people, they have different mindsets, so it's a hard topic. It really is. It
is. When it comes to abortion rights, my standpoint, I'm pro-choice. Leave that in the choice of the woman and the guy and the male itself. Let them decide what they want to do. But I do think it should be limitations to abortions. I know people that have needed an abortion, dealing with like life and death. The baby could have possibly killed them.
Something like that. Yeah.
I know a specific young lady that was in high school that got raped, and she was forced to have the kid because her family didn't believe in abortions. I mean, now it's a beautiful picture at the end of the day.
That shit is a fucked up situation all the way around.
It is, bro. But when it first happened, it was really...
It's a constant reminder of what happened to
you.
Yeah. That's what it is for some people.
Yeah.
But her family, they were pro-life. You're not getting an abortion. Big-time Christian, black folks. She got the baby. She had the baby. She married off and happy right now. I talked to her actually last week, so shout out to you. She had not to say her name, but at the same time, she's in a better place now. So that's one of the reasons why I say the pro-choice should be there. But I do think it should be a limitation to how many abortions you should have, on the strength of, I know a couple young ladies that don't have any kids now, but they have 4, 5, 6, 7 abortions.
I know some too. Yeah.
You know, because abortion anywhere ranging between $350 to $700, and somebody feel like they can get that money and just, I'm gonna go out here and do whatever I want to do, fuck whoever I want to fuck, get knocked up, pay this $350, pay this $700, depending on how much you fall on, and they get a boy, they get right back in the club the next weekend and do it all over again. So I do think it should be limitations to abortion, but I am pro-choice with restrictions. While we still on that downside, I guess you would say, how you guys feel about the death penalty? We got Donald Trump, who supports the death penalty, Clinton, who supports the death penalty, Jill, who opposes it, and then Johnson, who opposes it as well. Starting off, we're going to start on this side, because we always start on this side. Rikki Tan, death penalty. You ride with Trump, you ride with Clinton, or you ride with Steen and Johnson?
I think it should be limited to what happened, like situationally death penalty, depending on what you did. You can't be like, I was a drug dealer, you get the death sentence. Yeah.
So limitations to what it is. Not like a black and white. It's more like limitations.
Like it depends on what the fuck happened. For me, I don't think you should just kill everybody left and right for everything. But shit.
What? Give me an example of what deserves a death penalty.
Serial killer.
You got a girl chained up in the backyard. She killed a boyfriend. She in a fucking water cooler with a damn dog collar on and shit. Death penalty. And you might have a couple more bodies on some other lands.
But you mentioned about drug dealers shouldn't get the death penalty.
I mean, it depends on what you're doing. Like, if you selling meth and you know fucking like killing a bunch of people, shit blowing up. It depends on what you did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, like
what you did with what you doing.
I personally, I am not skipping over you, Michael. I'm coming back to you. Me personally, I support the death penalty, 100%, and I just feel that if anything that you did amounts to someone dying in some shape, form, or fashion, it should be an option on the table of death penalty. That's including murder and stuff like that, but it's also including drug dealers.
How about manslaughter?
Manslaughter,
like hit you with my car. And
that's a form of, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, any form of you taking someone else's life, I feel like it should be an option. I'm not saying you should jump right to it. I'm saying it should be an option. Like, it's a possibility that you will get the death penalty because you took somebody else. Like, eye for eye. I know that we're not living back in the day, but at the same time, and I feel strongly about it dealing with drug dealers as well. I mean, you may say all I did was sell to like a dime of weed. But if he was intoxicated and hit you, God forbid this ever happened, and murder you, run you over with a car when he was high on the weed that I sold him, I'm the domino that started this whole reaction. I should get hit with the death penalty. That's how I feel about that, man.
He used it wrong. He could have smoked and sat his ass in the house. He didn't.
But he would never had the option to do it. Mike looking at me like, why the fuck I gotta be the one high? He gave me that look like, nigga, I kill you now sober for saying this shit. But now I'm just saying
it's
like
saying I sold you a car, you drove that car to another person, I gotta go to jail because I sold you the car.
but it's a car. It's not a substance that's gonna cause your mind to do
It's part of
things.
the thing. It's part of the process of what happened. You smoked some weed, you got in the car.
You smoke weed. You smoke something. A car is not gonna change the way
I kind
that
of see what
you.
Ricky's saying too, because at the
If you
same
gotta do
time,
that, you gotta do it for
you could
everything.
smoke the weed, you could have went home, sit your ass down, and play video games, but you made the decision
The
to go.
weed altered your mind to do whatever you
It
did.
don't alter your mind.
I'm not just saying drugs. I'm gonna say drugs. I'm gonna leave it across the table and just say drugs alter your mind to do things that you wouldn't typically do.
But
Say
that's the
you
risk
on-
you knew
yeah.
what you're doing when you start
If
taking
you
that
take
drug.
If he never knew me as a drug dealer, I'm the only drug dealer he ever knew. Now just walk me down the street. I'm the only drug dealer he ever knew.
Okay.
And he never knew me. He would have never did that drug and never got in the car hit you.
He looking for drugs. He found you.
And 9 times out of 10, you ain't the only motherfucker selling it.
I said walk down the street with me. I'm just
Exactly.
saying, like, if
I'm
I'm the
telling you
only
this
drug
story.
dealer in this area right now, I'm not gonna say where we at
So
right
who's
now.
your
'Cause that
plug,
may-
man?
Huh?
What about your plug?
It's a domino effect. It's a domino effect.
So they need to be hit with
If
that.
the biggest man on the biggest man on the pole need to be hit, if you find out that he the ringleader, the head man, hit his ass with a death penalty, that'll cut all that other shit out. If you know that, okay, bruh, I sell this weight, I get caught, I might get fucking shot. I mean, what it's called, lethal injection.
Yeah.
Off these pounds. Some niggas would be like, fuck that. I'm not finna go out there and do that shit because the consequence, you got to make examples of a couple people.
And you're going to still have some people still take the risk to do it.
You gonna have them, and when they get caught, hit them with the needle.
I don't think that'll work. I think if you do it that way, you gotta do it to everybody. The car salesman,
How
that
the
sold
car-
weed,
but
the
the
nigga that got the weed, and the nigga that got the weed before him.
But how the car salesman got what?
Everything that's part of the process, they gotta go to jail. That's what you're
But
trying
why?
to say.
No, I'm saying that the
I
guy.
think if you do it that way, that'll cut all that shit out because everybody getting knocked the fuck down.
If
Bruh.
you do it that way,
But what does the car salesman got to do with? You said
It's part of the process.
If I sell you a car and you hit no with the car, I should go to jail because I sold you the car.
If I sell you coke and you take the coke and you don't sit in the house, you get in your car and goes.
That has
I gotta
nothing
go
to do
to jail.
with the car.
I gotta go to jail.
That has nothing
That's
to
what
do
I'm
with the
saying. The thing that I'm saying is your choices made you do what you did. Me selling you the shit was not part of your choices.
But if you would have never sold him the shit, it would never started the line.
You looking for it. If I don't sell it to you, he gonna sell it to you.
So you say I'm gonna make my money? Fuck it.
You do what you gonna do.
But the look he just gave this like, yeah.
I'm gonna make my money.
So with that being said,
You
would you
gonna make
sell?
the decision.
If you was a drug dealer, not saying that Ricky a drug dealer. If Ricky was a drug dealer, would you sell drugs to a pregnant woman?
No.
But what's the difference between you saying I'm looking for it? Both of
gotta
y'all
have-
standing on the block. Carter, Ricky standing on the block. They ride, ain't it?
Hey,
You gotta keep your mind intact when you do shit. You got
So now you have morals for sending it to T. Mike,
You're supposed to
who
have
killed
morals,
Carter,
period.
but I'm
Fuck,
pregnant.
I got it down, nigga.
he ain't pregnant.
why I gotta be pregnant?
That's what I'm telling you. Your choices is your choices. If you pregnant and you looking for weed or you looking for coke or whatever, there is somebody that you're gonna run into finally after like.
But
5
all
or
you trying to
6
do is
people.
make your money.
I'm
You made your
telling
money off Mike. Why not make your money off her?
I'm telling you, 5 or
Gotta
6
add you
people
on
like
this
you gotta
because
have,
you're female. I can't
you
let
gotta
you
have
pregnant.
morals. You feel me?
So I gotta be
You gotta have morals when you do shit. That's the thing.
So you saying drug
You
dealers
trying to
have
tell me-
morals?
You trying to tell me that?
If you got a moral, get a fucking job.
You trying to tell me that common sense is not real? That's what you're trying to tell me right now.
Tell you what.
The common sense ain't real. You can't go. Or this person can't go to jail by himself because he the only one that did it. What you talking about? Like,
Bruh.
I don't understand. What
I
you
feel
mean.
like if you get caught as a kingpin, you the big time drug dealer. Your hands, your movement costs millions, thousands of deaths. You should go down for it.
I feel you.
I'm not saying the little dude selling nicks and dimes should get the death penalty. I'm saying Big Meat should get hit with the death penalty.
I feel
Man, you
you.
finna get out soon?
I don't know. I just used him because he's the first big time drug dealer that came to my head. But
But
Nicky
the
Barnes.
person whose choice is to get in their car intoxicated off drinking or coke or whatever the fuck, it's their choice to get in that car. At that point, it's all you.
Yeah.
I didn't sell you no drugs and put you in the car. That ain't what happened.
If you told me you wouldn't go come to the house and I had to pick it up, you did.
You ain't high when you got here. I gave it to you. I gave it to
What's the
you.
next joint?
You make a good point.
Alcohol gonna have to go too then.
Yeah. So I'm saying you got
Bars,
we're going back to prohibition. What you
clubs,
talking about?
everything.
Ain't nobody finna do shit.
Nah, I'm not go that far with it. I just feel like if you was a kingpin, drug king.